Okay, so now we will talk about the cardiovascular system. Cardio refers to the heart and vascular, the blood vessels. So cardiovascular includes a heart and many blood vessels, right? Many blood vessels. So what are the blood vessels you have in your body? Arteries, veins, and capillaries. Okay? So basically cardiovascular system consists of a heart and many arteries, veins, capillaries, as well as blood inside it. So blood is also a part of your cardiovascular system. Make sense? Because blood circulates inside the blood vessels. Cardiovascular system. Okay. A very important system of your body, you know that. So first, we will see the location of your heart. Then we'll talk about the flow of blood or circulation of blood. Then we'll see the coverings of the heart, surface of the heart, wall of the heart, anatomy of the heart muscle, coronary circulation, valves inside the heart. So we'll talk about all those things. First, the location of your heart. Heart is a cone-shaped, conical shaped organ, and the size of your heart is like your fist, the size of your fist, okay? So cone-shaped organ, size is like the size of your fist, and heart is located in the right or left side, you usually say? Left, but not completely in the left. 2/3, most part of the heart is in the left side, 1/3 is in the right side of the thorax. Make sense? So that's how we say left. So 2/3 part is located in the left side and 1/3 is located in the right side. See this picture. So if I draw a line, this is the midline, most part of it is in the left side and 1/3, about 1/3 is in the right side. Now, heart, you can actually locate the heart inside your thorax, where your heart is located. The surgeons, cardiosurgeons, they always do that. You count the ribs, okay? Yeah, in between the ribs you have what? The space, intercostal space. So heart is between 2nd and 5th intercostal space. Upper boundary is 2nd intercostal space. I can count here. This is 1st, this is 2nd. Easily I can count. So this is 2nd, and then 3rd, 4th, 5th, just below the nipple. So this is the location of your heart, okay? Between 2nd and 5th intercostal space. Heart is located in between 2 lungs. How many lungs you have? 2, right? The heart is located, you see here, between 2 lungs. And the space here, between, you see this space between 2 lungs, this space is called mediastinum. So this is your one lung, this is your another lung, and this space between 2 lungs is called mediastinum. And your heart is located here. And large blood vessels are also located in the mediastinum. So your heart and large blood vessels are located in the mediastinum between 2 lungs. Okay. Now, in the mediastinum, your heart is located in the lower part and blood vessels are located in the upper part. Make sense? Your heart is in the lower part of mediastinum, that is called inferior mediastinum, and blood vessels, large blood vessels, if you see the picture, large blood vessels are in the upper part of the mediastinum, superior mediastinum. Makes sense, right? Inferior and superior mediastinum. Now, in inferior mediastinum, there is a connective tissue membrane that is called pericardium. Peri means around, cardium means heart, cardiac, you know that. So peri is around cardium. So pericardium is the covering, connective tissue covering of the heart. Make sense? And that cavity inside the pericardium is called pericardial cavity. Pericardial cavity, which is located in the inferior mediastinum. Okay, now heart rests on the diaphragm. This is the diaphragm. So you see, heart sits on or rests on the diaphragm. Okay? Make sense? Okay. So, what's the shape of the heart? Cone shape. Size? Fist. And located between two lungs. That space between two lungs is called mediastinum, right? It's kind of difficult. And upper part is superior mediastinum, lower part is inferior mediastinum. Large blood vessels are located in superior, right? And heart is located in inferior. In inferior, you have a cavity formed by the pericardium, that is called what? Pericardial cavity. Make sense? And heart is located inside it. Pericardium is around the heart, right? Okay, good. So that is the location and sits on the diaphragm. Is it clear? So that's the, and how much part of heart is located in the left side? About 2/3 and 1/3 in the right side, right? And heart is located between which and which intercostal spaces? Second and fifth. Make sense? Okay, so that's the location. Two types of circulation are present in the body. Systemic and pulmonary. Those are two main types of circulation, systemic and pulmonary. There is another type of circulation in adult body that is called portal circulation. Portal or hepatic portal, same thing. Hepatic means liver circulation. So systemic circulation, pulmonary circulation, hepatic portal circulation. Those are in the adult circulation or adult body. Okay. In fetus, you have fetal circulation. Okay. Make sense? Now, these two are directly related to the heart. Directly related to or attached to the heart. Systemic and pulmonary. Systemic is between heart and body. pulmonary. The word pulmonary means what? Lungs. So pulmonary is between the heart and the lungs, two lungs. Okay. So heart and the body is systemic, heart and the lung is pulmonary. Is it clear? Okay. Hepatic portal is between the GI tract and the liver. GI tract, gastrointestinal tract and the liver. That is called portal circulation or hepatic portal circulation. Okay, is it clear? And a fetus body between mother and fetus is fetal circulation. Now, first we'll talk about systemic and pulmonary because those are directly attached to the heart. Okay. To understand systemic and pulmonary, just if you keep couple of things in your head, it will be very easy. This is your heart. Okay, this is your heart, and how many chambers in the heart? 4, right? Okay, so this is left atrium, left ventricle, right atrium, right ventricle. You know that, right? You did the dissection. Okay. Number 1 rule is right side of the heart deals with this right half is deoxygenated blood. Okay, right side. Left side of your heart is for oxygenated blood. This is very important to remember. Left side is what for? Oxygenated blood. Is it clear? That's rule number 1. Right side is for? Left side is for oxygen. Okay. Number 2 rule is atria, both right and left, atria receive the blood from outside and give to the ventricles. So atria receive blood and give to the what? Ventricle, same sides ventricle. Okay, same sides ventricles. That is another rule. And so left atrium will receive the blood from outside, will give to the left ventricle through AV valves. You remember that. Right atrium also receives the blood from outside and gives to the same sides ventricle. Okay. And rule number 3, this is the last one. Ventricles are for ejecting the blood, pumping the blood out. Ventricles are for ejection of blood to the outside. So atria are to receive the blood from outside and give it to the ventricle, right? And ventricles are to eject the blood to the outside. That's all. So 3 rules I said. First, right side deals with, right side is for deoxygenated blood, left side is for oxygenated. Atria receive the blood from outside and give to the same side ventricle. And ventricle ejects, right? Pumps the blood to the outside. Make sense? Okay. Now, you tell me, all of you know, heart sends the blood to the lungs. So blood goes to the lungs for what? To get oxygen. You all know that, right? Heart sends the blood to the lung to get oxygen, right? So blood goes to the lung to get oxygen. So what kind of blood should go to the lung? Deoxygenated, because it is going to get oxygen, right? So now you tell me, from which side blood should go to the lung?
Right.
Right side. Because deoxygenated, you said me, right? Deoxygenated blood should go to the lung. So it should go from the right side of the heart, right? Is it clear? You also know that who pumps the blood to the outside? Ventricle or atria? Ventricles. So now you tell me, who will send deoxygenated blood to the lung?
The right ventricle.
Right ventricle. Make sense? If you just remember those three rules, everything will be easy, right? So blood goes to the lung and gets what? Oxygen. Now blood is oxygenated, right? So oxygenated blood should come back to the heart from the lung. Now you tell me in which side it should come back? Left side. And who receives the blood from outside? Atria. So now you know left atria will receive the oxygenated blood from the lung. Make sense? So from here, blood will go to, deoxygenated blood will go to the lung, right and left lung. Blood will go to the lung. Make sense? From right ventricle, deoxygenated blood will go to the lungs, right? And blood will become what? Oxygenated and will come back where? Left atria. Make sense? This way. Oxygenated blood. Okay? So this is any blood vessel that takes the blood away from the heart is called artery. This is very straightforward. We don't care what kind of blood is that. Artery is what? That takes the blood away from the heart. This is important to know too. It doesn't matter what kind of blood. And veins bring the blood into or towards the heart. Is it clear? Veins bring the blood towards the heart. Arteries take the blood what? Away from the heart. Is it clear? So just opposite. If you know one, you know another. So now you see this large blood vessel is taking deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lung. So this is artery or vein? Taking the blood out. Artery. This is called pulmonary artery because it is going to the lung. Pulmonary means lung. Make sense? Now this large blood vessel, these blood vessels are bringing oxygenated blood into the heart, right? So bringing into the heart, towards the heart, that is what? Artery or vein? Vein. Is it clear? So this is pulmonary vein. Make sense? Now pulmonary arteries carry what kind of blood? Deoxygenated. Pulmonary veins bring what kind of blood? Oxygenated. Right? And in systemic circulation it is opposite. Arteries carry oxygenated, veins carry deoxygenated. In pulmonary, that's why you see it is opposite. Pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated, veins carry oxygenated. In systemic, it is just opposite. We know. Generally, we say arteries carry oxygenated, veins carry deoxygenated, right? Because we talk about the body usually, in the body. Okay, anyway, so now you've got that oxygenated blood returned into the left atrium. Make sense? From the lung. And atrium always does what? Receives and give the blood to same sides? Ventricle. Remember that? So blood will go from left atrium to same sides? Ventricle. Is it clear? Through tricuspid, right? Valves here. Now, I said ventricle pumps the blood to the outside, right? So this oxygenated blood should go to the lung or to the body?
To the body.
Body needs oxygen, right? We know that deoxygenated blood should go to the lung. Oxygenated blood should go to the body. So left ventricle will pump the blood very forcefully, right? To send to the body, because your whole body needs oxygen. Is it clear? So that is the starting of systemic circulation going to the body, heart to the body. Make sense? Now, blood gives oxygen to the tissue and gets carbon dioxide from the tissue. Make sense? So blood will become what? After giving oxygen and getting carbon dioxide, blood will gradually become deoxygenated. Make sense? Now you tell me that deoxygenated blood from the body come back to the right side or left side? Right side, deoxygenated. Is it clear? So right, who receives the blood from outside? Atrium.
The right.
Right atrium will receive from the body. Make sense? So blood will come into the right atrium from the body. From the whole body, blood will come here. Deoxygenated blood. From here, it will go to the body. To the body, from the body. Okay. So now you see, from the body, deoxygenated blood arrives into right atrium. And from atrium, blood will go where? Always to the same sides? Ventricle, that means right ventricle. And now again pulmonary circulation. Remember, right ventricle will send blood to the lungs for oxygen. Is it clear? So that's the intersystemic and pulmonary circulation. So just quickly remind you, 3 rules. Right side of your heart is for, left side for, is it clear? Okay. Atria are to receive the blood from outside and give it to same sides. Ventricle. Is it clear? And ventricles to pump the blood to the outside. Right? That's all. Okay? So if you remember those 3 things, now if you think, everything will be clear. Okay? Okay, now you see, this is the atrium, this is the ventricle. So atrium sends the blood to the ventricle, same size ventricle, right? So does it need to contract very forcefully? No, because ventricle is just under that, right? So very weak contraction will send the blood there. Make sense? But ventricle needs to pump very forcefully because it sends either to the body or to the lung, right? Right ventricle to the lung, left ventricle to the body. So that's why ventricular wall is much thicker than atrial wall. Make sense? Must be stronger. Clear? Now you compare right and left ventricles. Which wall should be thicker?
Left ventricle.
Because left sends the blood to the entire body. Right sends the blood to the lungs, right? And lungs are sitting just beside the heart. Very short distance, right? So it doesn't need to pump as strongly as left ventricle. Is it clear? Okay. So now, if I ask you, tell me few differences between pulmonary and systemic circulation. I'll say this is pulmonary, this is systemic. Okay. Pulmonary between heart and lungs. Systemic between heart and body. Pulmonary, very simple. Heart sends the blood to the lungs in pulmonary, right? And in systemic, heart sends blood to the body. Which one needs more pressure? Systemic needs more pressure, right? So pulmonary sends to the lung. Lungs are just close to the heart, so low pressure. It's a low pressure system or circulation, high pressure circulation. This is short circuit. Because between heart and lung, just in this area, make sense? Heart and lung. And this is long blood circuit. Okay. In pulmonary, arteries carry what kind of blood?
Deoxygenated.
Very good. And veins opposite. Okay. Veins opposite. In systemic, arteries carry oxygenated blood. And veins carry deoxygenated. So those are few differences, right, between systemic and pulmonary circulation. Okay, so those are circulations. Covering of the heart is called pericardia. I have already mentioned. Wall has cardiac muscle, highly specialized type muscle only present in the heart. Cardiac muscle is only present where? In the wall of the heart. Make sense? No other structure. Inside the heart, you have 4 chambers. You already know. You have valves, and valves control the amount and direction of blood flow. Just write down those. Not here. It is here. The amount and the direction. It's like a door. Okay. One way. What is one way? What? Door. Make sense? You can get out, but you cannot get in. Okay. Blood vessels of the heart. Now, this is important. There are 2 types of blood vessels in the heart. One type of blood vessels are these, large blood vessels. Either bring the blood into the heart from outside or take the blood to the outside of the heart. These are large blood vessels, okay, attached to the heart. Another small blood vessels are in the wall of the heart. That is called coronary blood vessels. That are called what? Coronary blood vessels. Make sense? Heart's own blood supply. So, heart has 2 types of blood vessels attached. Large ones take the blood to the out or bring the blood in, and small blood vessels are for the heart's own blood circulation. Those are called coronary blood vessels. Okay. And inside the heart, you will find conductive system. Just know that conductive system transmits electrical impulse. So inside the heart, you have a conductive system, also called conduction system, which, write it down, produces and transmits electrical impulse. Generates and transmits electrical impulse. Make sense? Okay. So that's some information about the heart. Okay. So let's stop here. Okay.